So, who was Jay Gatsby? It's a question that has echoed through American literature for 100 years. On the surface, he was a man who built this incredible kingdom of music and light on Long Island, and he did it all for one reason. But his story? It's so much more than just a tragic romance. It's really a deep dive into the American dream itself, its power, its beauty, and yeah, its capacity for absolute heartbreak. The first time we actually see him, it's not at one of his legendary parties. He's not playing the host, surrounded by people. No, he's just this solitary figure in the dark, reaching out for something he can't quite touch. And that image right there, that's pure, agonizing longing. That one single gesture, it basically contains the entire story. A man trembling on the very edge of an impossible dream with just a little bit of dark water in the way. And what is he reaching for? Just a single green light, tiny and impossibly far away. That light becomes maybe the most important symbol in the whole book. It's the focal point for every ounce of his hope. It's like a physical anchor for a future he's trying to will into existence by perfectly recreating a single moment from his past. But of course, Gatsby doesn't exist in a bubble. His dream is playing out against this backdrop of the Roaring '20s, this world of just glittering, chaotic excess. It's a society that's all about what you have, not who you are. A world filled with, as our narrator Nick is about to find out, some profoundly careless people. Think of this social map of this novel being split between two shores. On one side, you've got East Egg. This is the old money. It's inherited, it's established, and it's deeply, deeply cynical. It's where Tom and Daisy Buchanan live. And then, across the bay, you have West Egg. This is the new money. It's gaudy, it's loud, and it's desperate for approval. And this, of course, is where Gatsby lives. The entire tragedy really unfolds in that gap between these two worlds that can never truly meet. And right between those glittering eggs and the big promise of New York City, there's this place, the Valley of Ashes. It's literally a dumping ground, this gray, lifeless landscape that's home to the people who've been crushed by the gears of industry. And watching over all of it are these giant, fading eyes on an old billboard. The eyes of Dr. T.J. Eckelberg. They're like the eyes of a god who isn't really watching, looming over a world that's kind of lost its way. This line, it's just one of the most devastating in all of literature. Daisy says this about her own daughter. It just pulls back the curtain on the complete emptiness at the center of her life of privilege. See, she knows that in her world, being smart and aware just brings you pain. So the absolute best thing she can wish for her own child is to be a beautiful, clueless fool. It's a total surrender, a confession of just how hollow her own dream has become. Okay, so into this careless world steps Jay Gatsby. But here's the thing. Before we meet the man, we meet the myth. At his own spectacular parties, he's like a ghost, a figure that's been deliberately built out of whispers and rumors and wild, contradictory stories. I mean, just listen to the gossip that flies around. He killed a man, he was a spy, he's related to German royalty. Some of it's dark, some of it's glamorous, and yeah, some of it might even be true. But the point isn't whether the stories are accurate, it's the effect they create. Gatsby gets it. In a world obsessed with surfaces, a powerful legend is way more valuable than the simple truth. But then Nick actually meets him, and all those dark rumors just evaporate because of his smile. It's not just a friendly smile, it's a performance. It's a smile that seems to understand you completely, to believe in you, to see the absolute best version of yourself that you want to be. And that is Gatsby's real power. It's not his money, it's his incredible, almost supernatural gift for hope. So, we've seen the world, and we've met the myth. Now it's time to peel back that final layer and find the dreamer at the center of it all. Why the huge mansion? Why the insane parties? What is the one single, all-consuming obsession that's driving this entire spectacle? Well, the answer is 5 years in the past. A young, poor army officer named Jay Gatsby falls head over heels for Daisy Faye, the golden girl of Louisville. They have this one perfect month together, but then the war tears them apart. While he's away, Daisy, feeling the pressure from her family and her social circle, marries the enormously wealthy Tom Buchanan. And for the next 5 years, Gatsby focuses his entire being on one single goal: get rich enough to win her back. So this is the big reveal, the key to the whole thing. Everything we've seen, the parties, the orchestra, the imported flowers, the endless champagne, it's not just a rich guy showing off. It is the most elaborate, expensive, and frankly heartbreaking love letter ever composed. And it was all designed to get the attention of just one person.
in a house across the bay with a green light at the end of its dock.
Once you understand why he's doing all this, the book's deepest ideas just click into place. Suddenly, it's not just a story about love and money anymore. It becomes a story about memory, about time, and about that powerful American belief that you can just reinvent yourself from scratch.
And that green light, it perfectly captures this contradiction. It represents the future, right? That one fine day when he and Daisy will be together again. But the crazy irony is that this future he's dreaming of is just a carbon copy of the past. He doesn't want to move forward, he wants to rewind. The dream is always out in front of him, but his gaze is always, always looking back.
This really is the central question of the whole novel. Can all the money in the world buy you a do-over? Gatsby is betting his entire life on the answer being yes. He believes that if he can just build a big enough stage, he can erase the poor boy Daisy left behind and become the man she could never leave. He truly believes money can rewrite history. And this is the most important thing to understand about his ambition. It wasn't about greed. It was about something way more romantic and way more impossible. He wasn't trying to buy things. He was trying to buy back time. For Gatsby, wealth was never the destination. It was a time machine. So why does this story from 100 years ago still feel so personal? Why does it get under our skin? Because the conflicts he's dealing with, that tension between who we are and who we want to be, between the past we can't shake and the future we're chasing, those are our conflicts too. They're completely timeless. Our narrator, Nick, nails this feeling perfectly. He says he's within and without. He's part of the chaos, but he's also standing back and watching it all. And isn't that a feeling we all know? We are the main character in our own life, but we're also the narrator, watching ourselves, sometimes enchanted, sometimes repelled. And that's really why Gatsby is still with us. Carefully building an identity for other people to look at, that's the blueprint for social media. Believing that if you just had more money, that deep down problem of the heart would finally disappear? That's a trap we still fall into. That powerful pull of nostalgia, that huge gap between the dream we're chasing and the life we're actually living, well, that's just the modern condition, isn't it? In the end, what makes Gatsby great isn't his money. It's his ridiculous, unwavering, all-in belief in his dream. The tragedy isn't really that he fails to get it. The tragedy is that the dream was an illusion all along, a moment from the past that he could never, ever get back. And it's in that relentless, beautiful, and doomed pursuit that he truly becomes great.